Well, looking ahead, we have 2 special leading SA interviews tomorrow on GMSA.
All right, so at 8 a.m., we're going to be talking about heart health, precautions you and your family can take. Make sure you're all safe. And then at 8:30 a.m., the CEO of the Bob Woodruff Foundation joining us live. That's a foundation that's hosting the military veteran-based Got Your Six Summit. So the summit focuses on how we can most effectively support veterans and military families in our area. If you have any questions, either topic, you can submit them right now. Just head to the Leading SA section of KSAT.com. Join us tomorrow morning, 8 and 8:30 a.m. Time now, 8:57, 40 degrees.
Still ahead at 9, the doors are finally open for the brand new Rosario's on St. Mary's Street. We'll check out this new location as a rooftop terrace.
Look at that. And a 12-year-old chef overcoming a lot of life struggles through cooking. How one young lady is leaving a huge impact on the culinary world. Starting out with a live look out at the Alamo City, 40 degrees now. A lot colder earlier this morning. How warm will it get? We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey in just a few moments. But for now, good morning. It is 9 o'clock this Saturday. It is February 11th. Thank you so much for starting your weekend with us. So,
wait, I'm going to interrupt you.
Okay, go for it.
You teased earlier what you and Sarah Spivey's bet was going to be for the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Because Max is an Eagles fan. So what is it?
Let's talk about it, Max.
Okay, so the loser has to wear the other person's jersey.
Because Spivey, you're a Chiefs fan.
Yeah, it has to be posted on social media.
Right.
If Max's team wins, I will say that Eagles phrase.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
And if I win, meaning the Chiefs, then Max has to say Chiefs Kingdom.
And Sarah Spivey is the best meteorologist. Oh, it's back to us. And Sarah Spivey is the best meteorologist.
Yeah.
Well, you say Sarah Spivey's the best meteorologist without the Super Bowl stuff, right?
Don't put me on the spot right now. Sarah, let's talk about meteorology.
Let's talk about it. I'll say you're the best meteorologist.
I just don't want to, get Justin Horn and everyone else upset.
I think she means in the room. I'm the best.
Okay, well, I don't know. Sarah Costa prognosticated the freeze
Max,
this morning.
All of those guys are amazing. So let's go ahead and take a look outside right now. Temperatures have been warming up steadily. Guess what? We were at 32 degrees this morning. In just an hour and a half, we're already at 43. 43 in New Braunfels, 41 in Seguin, 45 in Pleasanton. Although up in the hill country, it is a lot colder. You can see it's just above freezing now in Kerrville at 34. Rock Springs is at 41, and I believe that's 36 in Fredericksburg, yes. In the pollen count today, molds in Mountain Cedar are low. Molds are at 240, Mountain Cedar is at 60, and guess what? We've got a beautiful weekend ahead for us. So whoever wins tomorrow, Max and I both win because the weather's going to be gorgeous today and tomorrow. Sunny and breezy today with gusts up to 25 miles per hour, 60 degrees for the high, and tomorrow for the game, it'll be 66 degrees, a few more clouds, a little bit warmer. We've got a lot to chat about in the forecast. Unfortunately, this week, missed opportunities for rain. I'll tell you what I mean by that. And temperatures up and down. It's going to be one of those weeks where you're going to want to dress for all seasons. Those details coming up in a few. Max.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. So how many cups of coffee do you have in a day?
Not enough.
Not enough. That's a good answer.
Yeah, because I love coffee, but if I can't drink coffee all day, like I would love to. If
you're like Sarah Costa and you love coffee, good news. Right now, we're going to be talking about the 10th annual San Antonio Coffee Festival.
That's where we find our GMSA's Alyssa Cole joining us live from Travis Park. Alyssa, I'm so jealous you get to smell all that coffee.
Oh, it smells so good, Sarah. Don't be jealous. I'll bring you back a cup. You, Sarah, and Max. But good morning, everyone. Yes, I am downtown at Travis Park enjoying the coffee, the bold flavors. It's just been a great time so far. The delicious, smells great, food smells good. And I'm here at the Texas Bay Brew table where we're going to hear from the owner who just opened this business just at the start of the new year. Right, new year, do me. And we have the owner coming in at 16 years old. We have Darren Mota here with us. Darren, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And of course, a lot of us want to know, 16 years old, what was your motivation in starting this business? Did your family have a role in it too?
Yes, they had a big part of this journey. They helped me in motivating me to move on and support our family. They helped us a lot. They really
Yes, they helped a lot as far as maybe you have someone helping you make the coffee.
Yes, my sister Skylar, she helps, and my dad as well. We go to our partnership JR and 30 Day Coffee, and we go over there. We have a lot of fun, and we just came back. We made some, and here's some of the bags as well that we made.
Wonderful, and I appreciate you taking out the time to explain that, but I understand this is a little personal for you, and you have a deep Texas family history here, and maybe that's motivational as far as carrying on with this business.
Mm-hmm. Yes, my family, we have some history here. We are defenders of the Alamo, Libre de Soya, and my grandmother is also one of the leaders in the Republican Sisters as well.
I appreciate you, Darren, for taking out the time to talk to us. Thank you so much. And you all, coming up in our next half hour, we get a chance to hear from his business partner who saw his vision and he said, you know what, let's get on board and let's make this happen. Let's start entrepreneurship now as a teenager and move forward with coffee. Back to you all at the desk.
Thank you, Alyssa. In your morning headlines, search and rescue efforts continue in Turkey and Syria just days after that massive, deadly earthquake. So far, the death toll passing 25,000 people. Workers there still racing to find survivors. Remember that windows for survival, it begins to close. However, miracles still happening day in and day out. People being pulled from the rubble more than 107 hours after the quake. Organizations around the world stepping up and helping out. They're trying to send aid for survivors who are now homeless. And here's the thing, it's all happening in the middle of freezing temperatures over there. Well, back here to the United States, the latest on the FBI search of the former Vice President Mike Pence's home.
Classified documents removed in a new disclosure from former President Trump's team. Here's ABC's M. Nguyen with the story.
This morning, more material marked classified at a former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home turned over to federal investigators. Sources say Trump's legal team was searching through additional boxes in mid-January amid the Justice Department's ongoing efforts to verify the former president no longer has any classified records in his possession. ABC News learning Trump's team then provided agents an additional folder with classified markings, as well as a laptop that belonged to a current Trump aide, which apparently had electronic copies of some classified papers. This even after the government has recovered hundreds of classified documents from Trump's Florida estate throughout 2022. Pence previously telling our David Muir he didn't take any classified records with him after leaving office.
Did you take any classified documents with you from the White House?
I did not.
Do you see any reason for anyone to take classified documents with them leaving the White House?
Well, there'd be no reason to have classified documents, particularly if they were in an unprotected area.
Friday's planned search in response to Pence's team finding a small number of classified documents at his home last month after they say they proactively searched following some classified documents being found in President Biden's Delaware home from his time as vice president and senator.
And that was M. Nguyen reporting with ABC. Tennessee's GOP governor is promising to sign a bill banning drag in public if it lands on his desk. The state Senate is looking at a bill that would outlaw adult cabaret performances in public. The legislation defines these performances as those that feature topless dancers, go-go dancers, exotic dancers, strippers, and male or female impersonators. The Tennessee House has already approved the bill. The organizers behind Knoxville's Pride Festival are threatening to cancel their event in October if the bill is passed.
Time now 9:08, 43 degrees out.
As temperatures get colder in Texas, Travis County's first responders are stepping up to the plate. What they're doing to make sure those without a place to stay are staying warm.
And speaking of staying warm, taking a live look out at the Alamo City. Oh, we started today, I think it did hit under freezing for what, half hour?
Yeah, I think so.
There you go. Still the right decision to move the plants inside. We're going to check in with Sarah Spivey for your full forecast.
Well, as temperatures plunge in Austin, first responders are stepping up to make sure people without a home are safe.
Ricardo Lewis explains what the Austin Travis County EMS are doing to step up and help out.
Austin Travis County EMS is in the business of saving lives. Division Chief Stephen White and paramedics have been working tirelessly to keep people safe.
So we have a pretty robust system in place whenever we know that there's a cold weather event coming in. And we're able to do more with more notice.
Dangerously cold temperatures, rain and ice made it difficult for Austin's unhoused community to sleep outside in the elements. As the weather changed quickly, Austin Travis County EMS went into encampments to make sure everyone knew the cold weather was coming.
If somebody wanted to leave their encampment and go to a cold weather shelter, then we would go ahead and provide or orchestrate some sort of transportation to get them there.
Each encampment is set up on a rotation to be checked on every few hours as the weather gets worse, urging people to head to a shelter to avoid hypothermia or any other deadly outcome cold weather could cause.
We would go into a camp that not a lot of people wanted to leave, but they still needed services. So we would provide blankets, food, we would provide a lot of dry socks.
White says throughout the ice storm, there were no confirmed weather-related deaths from environmental exposures. This week, Austin City Council members addressed the cold weather shelters. District 2 Council member Vanessa Fuentes pointed out the 6 to 8 p.m. registration window continues to be a barrier.
I still don't understand why we're asking for folks to get downtown to register, only then to be bussed out to different shelters.
Her amendment to a resolution would also seek to expand options for registration to look at other ways to handle intake and extends the length of time on the pause of camp sweeps. She says there's also a need for family shelters.
Councilman Ravella and I were at a community meeting last night where we heard directly from residents who told us they were turned away from one of our shelters that were in our neighborhood.
That was Ricardo Lewis reporting. Speaking of cold weather, though, Sarah Spivey, we hit below freezing for a little bit today.
We did. For about 30 minutes or so, we were below freezing at the airport, but with the total sunshine out there, with the dry air, we've been able to warm up some 10, 15 degrees just since the sun has risen. So we're going to steadily see temperatures on the rise here. Here's a look at the current conditions. 34 in Kerrville, now above freezing in the Hill Country, got down into the 20s up there. 42 in Uvalde, 42 Cotulla, 41 in Del Rio, 43 in New Braunfels. Closer view in your neighborhood, it's 38 Rio Medina, 40 in Converse, 34 in Seguin, 43 in New Braunfels, 39 in Bulverde and Bernie, and it's 34 in Comfort. By the way, we've still got a little while to go until we're out of the woods as far as freezes go. I know a lot of people are eager to plant for the spring. On average, our last freeze is February 24th, end of March up in the Hill Country, but we can see freezes beyond February 24th. In fact, last year, our last freeze was in March as well. We'll continue to keep you updated. I do want to say that Friday morning of this next week, we could have another light freeze. We'll talk about that in a bit. First, let's talk about our weather setup. An exiting system currently bringing a lot of rain to parts of Louisiana and the panhandle of Florida out there. A lot of rainfall. This is a pretty wound up system, and we're still seeing our winds from the north from this system. And so that's why we're going to be cooler than average today. Temperatures are much colder across the panhandle right now, and we'll be looking at highs near 60 degrees. That's a lot cooler than seasonably average. Meanwhile, out across parts of California, we're seeing another low pressure system develop. In the last couple of days, it almost looked like this low was going to position itself in a place to give us a good chance for rain. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be another missed opportunity for healthy rainfall around San Antonio. As we take a look at the futurecast, if this low were to place itself right over Big Bend, we'd have a good chance for healthy rains in San Antonio. Here's what it's going to do. It's going to be moving to the north. We're going to be on the tail end of this system, unfortunately. So Monday night into Tuesday morning, there is a small chance for rain, 20 to 30%. But it doesn't look good for widespread rainfall for us, unfortunately. And then to top it all off, there's another low that looks like it's almost going to make it to give us some good rain, but it's going to be moving to the north, bringing actually a lot of winter weather to parts of the Central Plains. We'll once again only have a 20% chance for an isolated shower. This will be Wednesday night into Thursday morning. So low rain chances, but a big variation in temperatures this upcoming week. Tomorrow we're going to be a little bit warmer, about 5 degrees warmer, 66 for the high tomorrow and Monday. Tuesday, Valentine's Day, warm, 75 degrees. Love will be in the air on Tuesday, and then Wednesday will be near 80 degrees with a high temperature. So a warm middle of the week, and then a front moves through. That drops our temperatures down even more Thursday and Friday back into the low 60s. So again, a beautiful start to the day, a little bit on the cold side, 43 degrees. Winds are picking up. Winds are from the northwest at 10 miles per hour. Today is going to be a breezy day. Not as windy as yesterday, but still pretty breezy. As we look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast, sustained winds of 10 to 15 miles per hour will be in the mid-50s around lunch. Afternoon, high temperatures 60 degrees. A few gusts up to 25 miles per hour are possible. Bring the jacket with you wherever you go tonight because it'll get cold quickly. Temperatures falling into the 40s after sunset. Again, in your neighborhood, hill country, upper 50s, near 60 degrees around San Antonio, mid 60s out west. We'll be talking a little bit more about our drought conditions, lake conditions as well. Medina Lake gets very dry coming up in the next half hour. Just know that you're going to want to dress for all seasons in the week ahead.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. 9:18, 44 degrees out.
Fresh pizza or frozen pizza?
Oh, fresh.
Which
Of
one
course.
do you prefer?
You gotta go fresh.
Yeah, fresh, all the way. Well, after the break, we'll tell you what frozen brand of pizza actually tastes best.
Oh, it's not DiGiorno. It's delivered.
Very hard questions. Pepperoni or supreme?
Okay.
Thin crust or deep dish?
Deep dish. That wasn't hard.
Thin crust. This might be on your list of favorite pizzas.
Deep dish all the way. But what about frozen pizza? 12 on your sides.
Thin and
Marilyn
crispy.
Moritz shows us which brands taste the best.
When the pizza craving hits, can frozen pizza please in a pinch? Consumer Reports staffers taste tested 8 popular cheese pizzas, including DiGiorno, Red Baron, Whole Foods Market, and Trader Joe's, to see which ones are worth stocking up on.
We really wanted to look for a frozen pizza that tasted as close to pizza parlor pizza as we could get. So we focused on the main simple elements of the pizzas: the crust, the cheese, and the tomato sauce.
Crust can be tricky, but testers said Amy's cheese pizza nailed it. It's crispy outside, tender inside. Overall, this Red Baron classic crust 4-cheese pizza was a crowd pleaser. They like the crust, cheese, and sauce flavors. The best bargain? Costco's Kirkland Signature Cheese.
It's not going to earn any culinary awards, but it really was a decent pizza, and you can't beat the price.
One they said they'd skip is actually from the top-selling brand, the DiGiorno 4-cheese Rising Crust. They found it too saucy and bready. Cooking frozen pizza is hardly rocket science, but they found it really does matter how you do it. First of all, don't thaw the pizza. The cook time is based on it being frozen. Preheat your oven before throwing your pizza in. Place the pizza directly on the center oven rack. The crust gets crispier this way. And when it's done, give it a few minutes to set before you slice it. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
We need to have our own pizza tasting.
I feel
test.
like Spivey said, very objective.
You mean subjective?
No, that story that just ran.
Objective means.
Oh, yes, subjective.
Subjective.
Sorry.
Yeah. One bite, everybody knows the rules. Time now, 9:23, 44 degrees out.
Today on a brand new episode of Texas Eats, David
cheesesteak,
Elder
let's go!
takes his new restaurant and bar near the Pearl that's serving smash burgers and Max Massey's favorite Philly cheesesteak.
Oh, we need a Philly cheesesteak taste test too. Oh, all right, and of course, we have a birthday. It's a very special birthday here at KSAT.
Sam's birthday. Okay, so this is Azian Bermia's wife, who is one of our good friends, photographer Samantha, and that is their baby boy Jude. Happy birthday, Sam. She's also a massive Chiefs fan. So oh my gosh, can you imagine if they win? What a great birthday present that'd be for them.
Happy birthday, Sam. Good luck tomorrow. We'll be right back.
And then, of course, the Philly. That thing it's steamy, it's hot, and it's made fresh. Talk to me about that process.
Yeah, well, we take whole ribeye rolls and we shave those in-house, and we cook that up with a little bit of the tallow that goes into the burger. Cheese, onions, jalapenos if you want them, and all of an Omarosa roll, which is kind of a staple in Philly.
Oh my gosh. All right, you grab one half, I'm grabbing one half.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
I've got fries on
Yours
it.
came with friends. All right, cheers to you.
Cheers.
Okay, Philly guy.
So the Omarosa roll is so clutch. Provolone with peppers and onions. Meat looks good. Not a fan of the fries. Like, do a little bit less. But you need the peppers and onions. I also don't like the cheese whiz. I know
Are
people
you supposed
are like,
to put sauce on it?
No.
Like, so there's like no
You can have like a
mayo.
quote unquote like pizza cheesesteak, but you can throw ketchup on it.
So is the whole idea is that the meat's supposed to be so moist you don't need sauce?
Okay, don't use the word moist to describe my cheesesteak. Okay. It is delicious. Big fan of it.
Okay.
For tomorrow, getting cheesesteaks. Time now, 9:28, 44 degrees out.
We're gonna look at trees.
Do not use moist in
Stop.
the description of my cheesesteak.
Stop.
There's not much going on the roads.
We'll be
right
back.
Good morning, welcome back, and happy Saturday. 9:31 this Saturday. It is February 11th. It's starting to feel like it too.
And tomorrow is the big game.
Tomorrow is the big game.
Followed by Valentine's Day.
Who do you,
Men and women, just giving everyone the heads up.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. You know what? We're not even gonna talk about the big game. Did you get your husband a Valentine's Day gift?
No.
Okay.
I haven't. I'm one of those people. We haven't figured it out yet.
Okay, Sarah Spivey.
No, I just.
Michael's watching, so.
We're very loving people here.
We just don't do Valentine's Day.
Because you're
honestly.
doing Super Bowl stuff.
We are going to hang out with the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is going to be awesome. I'm a Chiefs fan. He's a Eagles fan. Well, not my husband, but Max is an Eagles fan.
Also, not your husband. Just for the record, I'm not your husband.
All right, let's bring it back and let's talk about the pollen count. Now, in the pollen count today, we've got molds are low. Mountain cedar is low as well today. Take a look at these temperatures. We have warmed up pretty sufficiently today. We got down to freezing earlier, and it's already 43 degrees. 40 in Converse, 43 in New Braunfels, 39 in Comfort, and 37 in Kerrville. That's the power of the sun and some drier air. You know, we were at freezing just after sunrise. Already been able to see temperatures warm well into the 40s. Hey, it is the first weekend of the rodeo. If you're planning on heading out to the AT&T Center and the fairgrounds, here's what the forecast looks like for you. Really nice day. Temperatures in the 50s and near 60 degrees this afternoon. It is going to be a bit on the cool side and a bit breezy too, with winds from the north gusting up to 20-25 miles per hour. As soon as the sun sets, getting chilly with temperatures falling into the 40s. Here's what we're going to talk about in the forecast. Tomorrow, a really nice day, really great way to end out the week. A few more clouds, slightly warmer, and next week only a few showers, unfortunately, for a lucky few. I'll show you those days when we can best expect rainfall. And temperatures next week, you're going to want to dress for all seasons. We're talking cold temperatures, even another light freeze, and temperatures in the 80s. All wrapped up into next week. That's a lot to talk about. I'll have those details in a few minutes. Max and Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, bond is set at $75,000 this morning for a man accused of robbing a convenience store. It happened along Somerset Road on the city's southwest side back in January. So San Antonio police say this man, 31-year-old Juan Olivares, demanded money from the register of the Somerset Express store. Allegedly, he had a gun on him but didn't use it during that robbery. A police affidavit says he was talked out of taking money from the register by an employee, but did steal a beer from the store without paying for it. Well, also new this morning, a family in Luling alerted police of skeletal remains in their yard after their dog discovered them. The call was made to authorities on February 9th of what appeared to be a human skull found in the resident's yard.
So the family says their dog had been bringing bones back to them several times over the course of the week. Police say they do not believe the remains are connected to a missing persons case in the area. The remains have actually yet to be identified. They're now being handed over to the University of North Texas for further examination. Well, San Antonio water system reminding people to be mindful of what they poured down the drains. This in the aftermath of a grease blockage on the northeast side of town that caused a sewer spill. So it happened yesterday. San Antonio water system crews spending their evening cleaning up the sewer spill that occurred on Walsham Road near Woodlake Parkway. Now, Saw says the spill was actually caused by a grease blockage in the main, reminding customers that make sure you see what you put down the drain before you put it down there, because it could clog up the lines and cause spills like this one. They say grease, wipes, and debris, major causes of sewer spills in the San Antonio area, as well as across the country. To help improve the sewer system performance, you can dispose of any grease by simply putting it in the trash. This morning, the Kerr County Sheriff's Office, well, they're telling us a man is facing charges in the aftermath of a high-speed chase and a discovery of drugs and human smuggling. Deputies say 33-year-old David Klaber was arrested this week after a chase ended after 15 miles. So deputies say that Klaber went as fast as 110 miles per hour before the chase finally ended near Kerrville. And when they checked Klaber's vehicle, deputies found 2 undocumented immigrants along with marijuana and meth. Klaber's bond now set for $130,000.
Now some top stories we're following this morning. San Antonio police say a fight between 2 brothers escalated into a chase that backed up traffic for miles on Loop 410 near I-35. This happened in the parking lot of a methadone clinic at the corner of Quincy and Brooklyn yesterday. Investigators say the suspect got into a fist fight with his older brother, then shot him in the shoulder and then left. Hours later, officers saw the suspect at Loop 410 at Perrin Beidel Road. They chased after him and took him into custody, but that chase caused traffic issues from Loop 410 East past Harry Warsbach Road. And a Hill Country man has pleaded guilty to 6 counts of invasive visual recording of guests who stayed at his cabin. So prosecutors say 55-year-old AJ Ali used a hidden camera that was disguised as a power adapter and recorded people inside a secluded cabin. Kendall County Sheriff's investigators found more than 2,100 explicit thumbnail images. Prosecutors dismissed 9 of the 15 charges against Ali in exchange for him pleading guilty to the 6 remaining counts. The judge ordered Ali to spend the next year at a state jail facility.
San Antonio police are gearing up to talk about the violent crime reduction plan in the community, and that talk is set to start next week. Monday will be the first of 3 meetings set to discuss ways that UTSA and local police are teaming up to reduce violent crime. But a West Side mom is not waiting for police to rescue her neighborhood. Ashley Chavez, she started Moms Assemble as a way to engage mothers in and around the community to create a safer environment. Now, Ashley says the meet up to talk about resources available and provide support for one another. Her goal is to create a safer community for kids in her neighborhood.
We're all experiencing gun violence around here, and that is the main thing that's going on is gun violence. It's every other night that goes off. We're very scared. Our kids kind of already knows the drill of you start hearing it, you get down, and it shouldn't be like that.
Ashley says some recent crime and even murders in the area have ignited the fire to get mothers more involved in stopping the violence. You can read more about Ashley and her group right now. Just head to KSAT.com.
Well, District 1 Councilman Mario.
I've apologized for some of the words that I said, and I regret them, but I'm, back at work, and I have good working relationships with my colleagues.
Well, that was District 1 Councilman Mario Bravo. He has announced he is running for re-election. He says he wants to finish the work he started to benefit his district and the city as a whole. At least 5 other people have filed to run against him. The deadline to file to run for city council and the mayor race is Friday at 5 o'clock.
All right, so we've been talking about the weather through the morning. It started off below 34 degrees. It might still be chilly. Perfect weather for the 10th annual San Antonio Coffee Festival happening downtown.
I want a nice warm cup of coffee right now.
I'm just saying, Alyssa said she'd bring us back some coffee.
I know, and she's at Travis Park where that festival is happening. So Alyssa, have you been sampling any of that coffee out there?
I have. I've gotten a chance to try some different coffee as well. I believe it was from Ecuador, if I'm not mistaken, and it was just delicious. It had notes of raisins and molasses and honey. It's just been such an excellent time out here, you all. And I know our time is coming to an end here at the 10th Annual Coffee Festival of San Antonio, but I want you all to get a chance to meet the business partner behind Darren's business. We spoke to him just 30 minutes ago in the earlier half hour. Joining me right now is Jose Alanis. And Jose, just tell me, which business you're representing and why you decided to be a part of the Texas Bay Brew Company.
Yes, ma'am. So I'm Jose Alanis, and we own Third Day Coffee Seguin. We're based out of Seguin, Texas. We're a Christ-centered business that's veteran-owned. I was in the Navy, and as I've progressed in my learning of the Scripture, I've really realized how much emphasis doesn't need to be on me. It needs to be on other people. And when I met, I've known Darren for many years, and he's a great coworker, but when I found out that his 16-year-old son wanted to do a business, I felt like this was a great outlet to do something for somebody else. And he's highly motivated to do coffee, to do the business. He comes to the house. He knows how to do the roasting process. He's ground the coffee. He's bagged the coffee. He's done every aspect of it. And he's always ready to go. And so that was really special for us to be able to do something for somebody else that is doing well.
And my last question here, and I'll make it brief so we could toss it back to the anchors. What does it mean to you to see a young man start in entrepreneurship so early?
Listen, when I was 16, I was not thinking about making money. I was living at home with mom and dad, and it never crossed my mind. And so the whole story of Jonas, he's an 11th generation Texan, descendant of the defenders of the Alamo. I mean, it's just a beautiful story, and he's so motivated. He wants to work. And in today's time, that is such a huge thing, and so we support it 1,000%. I want Darren to make $1 million by the time he's 20, so me and his dad can retire.
That's right. Look, I appreciate you taking out the time, and when you all get that $1 million, give me a call. You know, no, I'm just kidding, but thank you so much, you all. We're going to wrap it up here at the 10th Annual San Antonio Coffee Festival and send it back to you all.
All right, Alyssa Cole, thank you so much. Also happening today, San Antonio Parks and Rec Department hosting a job fair at the Gilbert Garza Community Center on Mira Vista. It's just off Callahan. A lot of positions available, and there are spot interviews. So the job fair starting at 10 a.m. going until 2 this afternoon. For a full list of all the jobs that are open and the pay ranges, just head to KSAT.com. Time now, 9:42, 46 degrees now.
Still ahead, we'll tell you about some brunch spots around San Antonio, including one familiar restaurant whose doors just opened at their new location.
And coming up next, a fifth grader who is a chef running her own catering business, but she plans on leaving a big impact on the culinary world.
46 degrees, starting to warm up with all that sunshine out there. Yeah, it's shaping up to be a beautiful Saturday. Sarah Spivey will have our forecast when we come back. Keeping your kitchen and food clean, handling sharp objects, and dealing with high heat are all responsibilities chefs deal with in a kitchen. And this 12-year-old junior executive sous chef does all of them.
My dream when I become an adult is to open my own restaurant.
Since she was 8, fifth grader Victoria Taylor has been training in a professional kitchen and been coated by an executive chef. She has even started her own catering business, Chef Vicky, that her mother and sister help her run. Her mother, Tori, says Victoria has ADHD, and her daughter's future wasn't always so bright.
Victoria was a child that was always in the principal's office. She was failing every single subject, N's and U's in conduct. And at that point, I was just at my wit's end. I didn't know, what to do. And so this was kind of like, I hope it worked, and thank God it did.
It helps me stay focused, and it helped me keep my mind off of like having bad behavior in class.
And you can't play in the kitchen. There's knives and there's heat and there's all that kind of stuff, but it's just someone giving her more responsibility.
And it gave her purpose.
It's a big step from where Victoria was. It was from people not wanting their kids around her to her actually being a role model to kids in the classroom.
Victoria has catered several events, doing a wide range of foods, from soul food to an all-vegan menu. This Valentine's, she's taking orders as well. She hopes to get a scholarship to culinary school after high school. Victoria is even working on teaching cooking classes for other kids who have ADHD like her.
I want to help other people, not only people with ADHD because I suffered ADHD, but because I want people to know that if you want to do a dream, you could pursue it.
Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
Great story. The food looked amazing.
It did.
Gotta taste a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta start doing these Saracosta stories.
I know, right? All right, well, guys, she's smart. Okay. Guys, today we are going to be looking at temperatures warming up pretty nicely after the cold start. Beautiful blue skies, not a cloud in sight, and we are going to have sunny skies all day long. It is cold out there right now. It's still in the 40s, but this is an improvement from this morning when we briefly got down to freezing. We've already got winds from the northwest at 10 miles per hour, and throughout the day today, we could see gusts of up to 20, perhaps even 25 miles per hour at times. So it is going to be a breezy day. You know, yesterday was windy. We had gusts up to 35 miles per hour. So not quite as windy, but still a breezy day. May cause a little bit of a hiccup for you if you have outdoor plans throughout the day today. Otherwise, though, again, a cold start for us, but an improvement. Kerrville was in the 20s this morning. Now it's at 41 in Del Rio, 46 in Carrizo Springs, 50 already in Pleasanton, 46 in Gonzales, 43 in New Braunfels. Let's get a neighborhood view around San Antonio. 44 at Rio Medina, 43 in Bernie, 41 in Seguin. Good morning in Converse. It's 40 degrees. Now, as you look outside, dew points are dry. They are at the very bottom of our scale. Desert air, bone dry air out there today. That's going to do a couple of things. First of all, it's going to allow us to warm up. Drier air warms up easily, so that's why we'll be able to get up to 60 degrees. Also, chapstick weather. You need a little extra chapstick today, and this is going to create some static electricity out there, so don't be surprised if you get a little shock from the dry air outside today. Temperatures are going to be warming steadily into the mid-50s by noon. Just in the next couple of hours here, we're already going to be in the mid to upper 50s. In the afternoon, we'll be looking at a high temperature of 60 degrees in San Antonio, and if you have Saturday night plans, it's going to get cold pretty quickly. I mean, we'll see sunset around 6:20, and then temperatures are going to drop like a rock. By 8, we'll already be in the 40s, and by midnight, we'll be near 40 degrees. So if you have late night plans, bring that jacket with you. As for high temperatures in your neighborhood, 64 in Del Rio, 64 Uvalde. It'll be 59 in Canyon Lake, 59 in Kerrville, and 60 in San Antonio, 62 in Pleasanton. Closer view around San Antonio, 62 in Divine, 62 Floresville, 59 in Seguin, 59 in Bernie. Now, this month so far has been very good for us rain-wise. We've seen over an inch of rainfall, which is more than half an inch above where we should be by this time. But unfortunately, we need a lot more rain if we're going to see any improvement to the drought. Exceptional drought around San Antonio. Bullseye, we're actually one of the worst places across the state of Texas as far as the drought is concerned. And when we look at rainfall this upcoming week, it just doesn't look good. Monday night and Wednesday night, we have a small chance for rainfall, maybe a 1/10 of an inch of rain here and there, but nothing to help us out really as far as the drought is concerned. Really, the biggest impact to your week weather-wise will be the fact that you'll have to dress for all the seasons this week. I mean, look at tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be nice. No, not a freeze in the morning, so that's some good news, but we'll be at 66 tomorrow and Monday. Then by Tuesday and Wednesday, it's going to be warm. Short sleeves weather, 75 on Tuesday, 80 on Wednesday. Then we see temperatures drop again with another potent cold front arriving Wednesday night into Thursday. That'll bring us another early morning freeze on Friday. This one will be a light freeze, though, like this morning.
Okay.
All right, Sarah Spivey, thank you so much. Just about 9:52, 46 degrees out.
We'll be right back.
All right, big news. If you're looking for a new brunch spot, yes. Cherokee at the Pearl, now offering brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. The menu will be available 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Some of the new entrees, chilaquiles with cracklings, salsa verde, and sunny side up eggs.
You gone there yet?
I have not.
Okay, we'll have to try it.
Have you?
No, I haven't.
All right.
And if you and your family are looking to grab a bite to eat, the doors are finally open at the brand new Rosario's on St. Mary Street, the new location, a 25,000 square foot 2-story building that has a rooftop terrace and beautiful murals on the walls. The old location on South Alamo closed back in November. The owner says the new Rosario's in Southtown is an investment in the future of restaurant and each of its guests.
That's awesome. Glad they're back, bigger than ever. And
Looks
the rooftop
beautiful.
Bar, I mean, oh, come on, you can't beat that.
Margaritas.
Time now, 9:56, 47 degrees out.
We'll be right back.
One last look at today's pollen count. It's all good. Molds and mountain cedar are low, so you can enjoy the day without worrying too much about your allergies. Outside right now, beautiful, sunny, and temperatures are in the upper 40s. We're already near 50 degrees, and look at that, the winds have picked up, gusts up to 30 miles per hour right now. So we are going to have a breezy and cool day. It is very dry too, with dew points in the teens. We'll be looking at temperatures warming into the mid-50s by noon, an afternoon high of 60 degrees. But again, dry, breezy, a bit cool. You're going to want the jacket with you all day, and especially tonight with temperatures falling to near 40 degrees by midnight. Looking ahead, tomorrow is going to be a nice day. In the morning, I don't anticipate a freeze. We'll be just near that 35 degrees in San Antonio, 66 for the high tomorrow. And then as we look ahead, Monday will be pretty mild, an isolated shower possible Monday night to Tuesday. Warm on Tuesday and Wednesday in the 70s and 80s. Then we get right back to winter by Thursday, Friday, guys.
See, love the 80s, love sunny. How much do we need rain in 10 seconds or less?
Exceptional drought. We need a lot of rain. We do. I wish we could see more on the forecast, to be honest with you.
Thank you, Sarah. Hey,
Thank you
guys.
for watching.
Tech Seats
Starts right now.
Starts now.
I thought we were going to go and sing.